Good evening and welcome to the Irish Arts Show, brought to you from the Scientology Community Centre here in Dublin.
Stay tuned, we're looking forward to a fantastic show here this evening.
Yes, tonight we're delighted to welcome Ciaran Shevlin to the show. Ciaran's mum and dad were big into ceile music and folk music, and Dublin in the Rare Old Times by Luke Kelly was the first song which caught Ciaran's ear when he was young. Kelly subsequently became a major influence on his music. The music that suits his style and passion is Irish ballads and Irish folk. And he performed on the Ivory Sessions last year, and he's here to sing for us tonight, accompanied by Gerry McElroy and Padraig Lynch. Folks, please welcome Ciaran Shevlin.
Oh, wrap the green flag around me, boys, to die were far more sweet. Winding sheet. In life I love to see it wave and follow where it led. But now my eyes grow dim, my hand would grasp its last bright shred. Then wrap the green flag around me, boys, to die were far more sweet. Winding sheet. In life I love to see it wave and follow where it led. But now my eyes grow dim, my hand would grasp its last bright shred. And I had hoped to meet you, boys, on many a well-fought field, when to our sacred banner, boys, the traitorous foe would yield. But now at last I am denied, my dearest, there to be prayer. You'll follow and you'll meet the foe, but I shall not be there. So wrap the green flag round me, boys, to die were far more sweet. With Erin's noble emblem, boys, to be my winding sheet. In life I love to see it wave and follow where it led. But now my eyes grow dim, my hand would grasp its last bright shred. Hi folks, thanks for tuning in tonight. My name is Ciaran Shevlin, and I have Padraig Lynch on guitar, and I have Gerry McElroy on banjo and mandolin tonight. Okay, we're going to start off with our second song tonight, and it's Only a Rivers Run Free. When apples still grow in November, when blossoms still bloom from each tree, when leaves are still green in December, it's then that our land will be free. I wander her hills and valleys, and still through my sorrow I see a land that has never known freedom, and only sweet is life, but we're crying. How mellow the wine, but it's dry. How fragrant the rose, but it's dying. How gentle the breeze, but it's sighing. What good is in youth when it's aging? What joy is in eyes that can't see? When there's sorrow and sunshine and flowers, and only a river's run free. Hi folks, the third song tonight we're going to do, it's a favourite of ours as a trio. It's called The Foggy Dew. As down the glen one Easter morn to a city fair rode I. There are mid lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No fife did hum, no battle drum, it sounded dread tattoo. But the Angelus bells o'er the Liffey swell rang out through the foggy Dew. Right proudly high over Dublin town they hung out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Ceile or Ceile. And from the plains of Royal Meath, strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's Huns with their long-range guns sailed in through the foggy Dew. 'Twas Britannia bade our wild geese go, that small nations might be free. But their lonely graves are by Silva's graves on the shore of the great North Sea. Oh, had they died by Pierce's side or fought with Palbrew, their names we will keep where the Fenians stood in the shroud of the foggy Dew. But the bravest fell and the requiem rang mournfully and clear for those who died at that Easter tide in the springing of the year. And the world it gazed in deep amaze at those fearless men but few, who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy Dew. And back through the glen I rode again. My heart with grief was sore, for I parted then with valiant men, whom I never shall see no more. Right, folks, the next song I'm going to do is called The Old Triangle. A hungry feeling came o'er me stealing, and the mice were squealing in my prison cell, and the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal to begin the morning. A screw was bawling, get up, ya bouty, and clean up yourself. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Oh, the lags were sleeping. Humpy Gussie was creeping as I lay there weeping for my gal's and the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Up in the female prison there are 75 women. 'Tis among them I wish I did well. And the old triangle could go jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. All along the banks of the Royal Canal. Okay, folks, the next song I'm going to do is called I'm a Man You Don't Meet Every Day. my name is Jock Stewart. I'm a canny gun man and a roving young fellow I've been. So be easy and free when you're drinking with me. I'm a man you don't meet every day. I have acres of land, I have men at command, and I've always a shilling to spare. So be easy and free when you're drinking with me. I'm a man you don't meet every day. Now I took out my gun with my dog for to shoot all along the banks of the spray. So be easy and free when you're drinking with me. I'm a man you don't meet every day. So come fill up your glass of brandy and wine, and whatever the cost I will pay. So be easy and free when you're drinking with me. I'm a man you don't meet every day. Okay, folks, we're going to wrap it up with the last song of the night, and it's called A Nation Once Again. These old men take time to change instruments. When boyhood's fire was in my blood, I read of ancient freemen of Greece and Rome who bravely stood, 300 men and freemen. And then I prayed I yet might see our fetters rent in twain, and Ireland long a province be, and nation once again.
What do you think of that, Stephen? I have to say, I really enjoyed it. Now, I know you're the big trad man.
100%.
You know, you definitely know your trad, for sure.
Magic.
Yeah.
What a set of lungs. I'm delighted. Ciaran told me, I spoke to him, I think it was maybe a month or 2 months ago, and he was telling me that he was actually a late kind of newcomer to singing Irish ballads and that. And you definitely would not think it.
No.
Not after hearing that. Natural as it can be, I think, anyway.
He's made for it.
Yeah, definitely made for it. Delighted to have him and the lads on the show.
He's just arrived.
Ciaran, it's a pleasure to finally put a face to the name and have you on the show. Thank you very much. You're very welcome.
Brilliant. No, thank you for the opportunity coming on, Angel and Stephen. No, it's great to be on the show, and I've watched a lot of your shows over the last couple of months, so it's brilliant what you're doing for local talent and Irish people in general. So, no, it's brilliant.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So we're delighted to have you on the show, and obviously delighted to interview you. And I know that, as Stephen said there, you started off kind of later in life, and it seems to me your influence was definitely with your parents, because obviously they brought you to gigs and they went to a lot of gigs, but also your dad was a musician.
No, he wasn't a musician, but he was big.
He was.
I'll tell you what, he loved the button accordion. So Dad was big into we used to go to Ceile's at Crossroads and all that when we were younger, when it wasn't cool. You know, we were dragged along and the whole lot, you know, like kicking and screaming, but it's when you look back on them now, you appreciate it, you know. And he was big into music, big into folk, big into Irish music. And it was actually him that got me into listening to Luke Kelly and all that too as well. Him and Mum used to go to the Embankment when they were younger in their dating days, but they were always a big advocate of the Dubliners and Luke Kelly, and he definitely shaped the way I kind of sing and the way I look at music as well, yeah. It's
quite funny actually, it's a very similar background if I was telling the same kind of story, like, you know, when I was younger the same thing was kind of happening to me, especially with when you mentioned Luke Kelly, like, you know, I'm a big fan, always have been, like, you know, that kind of got me into it as well, as going along to sessions with my own dad as well, like, you know.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of great artists, like, you know, Luke Kelly, Liam Clancy, you know, Tommy Makem, all these guys, like really great Irish artists, but I don't think we'll ever hear Luke Kelly again. I don't think in my lifetime anyway.
No,
definitely set the standard.
Yeah, but I love your style of singing. It's very similar, I'll say, and you've got some set of lungs on you for singing the Irish music, and I love that your version of the rendition of Wrap the Green Flag Around Me.
Okay.
It's not a song I don't hear live, or I don't know whether I have even ever heard it live, like, you know, other than on record, like, you know. It's
yeah,
really
it's a lovely song. Yeah, a really good song. And yeah, I wouldn't have heard it in many gigs and concerts I've been to over the years, so I kind of wanted to bring something that maybe people in the audience might never have heard in a long time, so that was my kind of thinking around Wrap the Green Flag Around Me as well.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I have to say that definitely the three of you together are fantastic as a group. So there was Gerry McElroy on banjo and mandolin, and then we had guitar player Padraig Lynch. I'm not sure whether you always work together, but you definitely have a good, what's the word I'm looking for? Connection on stage and rapport, exactly, fantastic.
Yeah, so Padraig, believe it or not, our first training session, our first kind of session we done was last Wednesday. So Padraig met Gerry. I'd know Gerry a long time. He's going with a woman up the road beside me, Biddy Dunn, and I've known Gerry probably nearly 30 years at this stage now. And we were kind of sitting thinking, you know, saying, do you know what, do we need a guitar player? We look around, and Stephen, your name was thrown in.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't able to oblige between being away and whatever,
exactly,
you know.
Yeah. So all of a sudden I was up in Gerry's house Wednesday, and Padraig was there. So Padraig took out the guitar, and we kind of done about 2 hours, and just said, you know what, this could work, you know, on the Stephen Leeson show. So we asked Gerry, I asked asked Padraig, would he be willing to travel up with us? So he jumped at it. Yeah,
well,
so
you gelled well together, like, you know. It
definitely
sounded
didn't
good.
seem to me, you know, I'm more of a novice in trad, but definitely it didn't sound to me like, you know, that was almost like your first gig together.
Yeah, and Padraig's the very organised one, so he's everything drilled, and, you know, make sure we're practicing, make sure we've this done and that done. So, and it's brilliant because Padraig and Gerry, both the guys have a long history in music. They've played Ireland and England and played with various bands and groups throughout the country as well. So two very good guys to have on board with you as well. Yeah.
You should come up with a name for the three of you.
Yeah, well, we'll have to think of something, all right.
As well for, you know, another.
Definitely, yeah.
When I was reading through your bio that you gave us, I just couldn't help but notice also something very similar to myself, and probably Angel as well. Like, you know, some of the songs can be sentimental, and you specifically said, like, I like a lot of sad songs and that, like, you know. So they're obviously the songs that mean something to you about, I don't know, be it history or anything. So do you want to tell us more about the songs that you choose to sing?
It's probably just the hard-hitting songs. You know what I mean? I like it. I know the one we done in the Ivory session was "Come My Little Son," so it's like a father
song,
and son, and it really resonated with me, especially with Dad and that passing away a couple of years ago. And it was one that I kind of wanted to do just a memory, probably, you know, for me, and even a memory to pass on to my son, who I incidentally named Peter too as well, so he's named after Dad. But yeah, I like the hard-hitting songs that pull at the heartstrings and that have a bit of passion behind them too as well. Like, I've always been drawn into those songs, you know, as a part of the big lively belters and that too as well, like, you know. But yeah, it's kind of always touched with me.
I also think that if you lose somebody close to you, that it changes your perspective on songs, or even how you sing them. And the fact that your dad was so instrumental to you when you were a child, obviously it's nice to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. And it was something that I should have done probably 20 years ago, but you know, various things happen. You put things to the back burner, and it was probably during COVID, and it was probably just before the Ivory sessions that I just said to myself, you know what, why not do it? Why not give it a blast, you know? And I'm glad now. It kind of brought me then to your show too as well, which I'm very grateful for, you know.
It's funny though, like when you were saying to me, even when you said to me on the phone a few weeks ago, and you were saying that like you're kind of a latecomer to music and that, but I don't think so with the genre of music that you're singing. Like, you know, you're at a really good age, I would say, for singing ballads and that, you know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It was probably just, I suppose, coming to the stage, I'm probably late compared to other performers might have been doing it in their teens and early 20s and that too as well, where I'm kind of in my 40s now, starting to come to the stage, I suppose, a wee bit too as well. But I've always been attracted to probably the older songs. Like, you know, if I'm driving in the road, it's always Spotify, it's always the older songs, it's always 80s classics, you know, 90s. I don't really listen to much modern music as such, so I know whether I'm an old soul probably at heart, I don't know, but I've always kind of listened to the likes of Sam Cooke, you know, the likes of all these singers have really resonate with them singers, like, you know.
And apart from the Ivory sessions that you did last year, have you done any recording, or is there an album on the way or anything like that?
No, nothing is that yet. Now, I have another Ivory session coming up. So I'm doing that with Mark now shortly in a couple of weeks.
We've yet to get Mark on the show, like, properly to interview him as well. We've had him on the show several times, like, you know, and he's played, he's brilliant, like, you know, but we need to get him. Tell him we're asking for him. We want to get him for an interview as well.
Yeah, he's definitely, Mark's very, very talented on the piano, and even, like yourselves, very at ease, you know, when you're sitting down, you're doing a recording with him. I think 15 minutes, 18 minutes, we're done with the recording. So, like yourselves, leaves you very at ease, very relaxed. And I think that's a special trait to have in itself, like, you know, where a performer can come in and he just plays at ease and there's no pressure to as well.
I suppose it makes it easier for him as well, and you're not going to be retaking everything and the whole lot. Like,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So look, the big thing is once you come prepared, I suppose, that's do your homework first before you come on, like, you know.
Well, I see here that Dublin in the Rare Old Times and Raglan Road seem to have had an influence on you. Can you explain more about that?
Raglan Road was probably, I remember going back in my early teens, the first song that I ever kind of wrote down on paper and ever sang was Raglan Road, and it kind of stayed with me. I think it's just a really haunting. I think it's one of probably the greatest love songs that we have in Ireland. That's my personal opinion on it, and the way Luke Kelly kind of delivered it and the way he performed it, it's kind of mesmerising. Even 30 years now later, still listening to it, I'm still mesmerised by listening to Luke Kelly sing that song. And I would have sang it then too as well. A good friend of mine passed away in January in 2022 in Australia, Colin Quinn, and we had a bit of a get-together after his funeral above in Malera, above in a pub restaurant, and I would have sang that song literally for Colin in memory of him too as well, and because it just has that kind of touching kind of feeling to it. So I'm glad I got to sing it in front of his family and all that too as well, like, you know.
And I see you're also mad into Bruce Springsteen and Bob Dylan and John Denver.
Need other influence as well,
I was actually thinking,
I like,
do you know the way we've had some, I think it's a new thing in trad, and maybe you could tell me this, because like I've seen trad musicians coming on and taking a 90s song like Freed from Desire and changing it into a trad song.
Yeah.
So maybe you could change a Bruce Springsteen song
Jesus,
into a
yeah.
trad song. How about that?
Yeah, it's you're kind of right with some of the bands have been doing things like that. Now, I always say in Irish music, there's 3 genres of traditional music. There's actually traditional where it's only tunes. There's ballads and folk, and then there'd be the rebel stuff, like it's kind of the ballad folk. Some of them bands are doing the Free from Desire and the banjo and all that. It's cool, yeah.
Yeah, it's great to see. It is.
All folked up do things like that.
That's what came into my mind when I
heroes,
saw that you were a Bruce Springsteen fan. I said, I'm going to have to say to him, he's going to have to think of a way of bringing that into a traditional kind of gig.
Yeah, it could be one definitely. To look at, without a doubt.
know.
And Bruce Springsteen has some fabulous songs. You can kind of folk it up a wee bit, like, a bit like we were chatting about earlier on, the Mary Wallopers.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
if you
right,
look at the Mary
actually,
Wallopers now
from singing last week.
from the Dundalk and the Late Late Show and all that too as well. And what they do with different songs, but they keep their natural tone, they keep their natural voice, but they put their own kind of twist and their own slant on it too as well. So it's very good,
Ciaran, thank you very much for coming on the show. We've got the nods that we have to finish up, but the time goes so quick, it's unbelievable.
It does.
But
Can I just ask one little question?
Yeah.
I want to see, now that you're getting all these lovely, fantastic things happening to you in your career, have you other goals that you want to achieve in 2023?
In 2023, I always said I'd love to do an album. I'd love to do kind of an album that means something to me, of kind of Irish songs, of them ballad songs, but then also maybe use it to help maybe a charity or use it to raise money for a charity, to give something back to a local charity, a local community too as well, so it's probably something that I have on my bucket list for this year.
It's a good goal to have.
Yeah.
You're such a lovely guy. You're such a lovely guy and a great smile. You'll have to come back to us.
I will, Shirley, and come here. I appreciate it for everything.
thanks.
Definitely,
Thanks
let
a
us
million
know
for
when the
the
album's
show.
out and come back to us and maybe play a few songs off the album when you put it together.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah.
Where can we get you on social media, actually?
I've not been really on social media as much yet. I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Twitter and that too as well. So, you'll just see my name, Ciaran Shevlin, on
Shevlin,
Facebook.
yeah.
So, stay tuned. We might put a few videos up over the next couple of weeks and couple of months as well.
brilliant.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Ciaran, stay away. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate it, Stephen. Thank you.
Well, there you are, everybody. We've come to the end of the show here. Again, hard to believe what it just flies in.
Yeah.
Hope you've had a fantastic time with us this evening with Ciaran. We'll see you all again very, very soon. Thank you on behalf of myself, Stephen, and the crew. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye.